We'll live our lives in monotone, monochrome, monophone, black and white, your shoulders tired, we're locked inside. The gallows hides, the news is tied. You're next in line. We'll live our lives in monotone, monochrome, monophone. Day and night, we'll say goodbye. Our work is done. Let's all go home.
Hello, everyone, and
Hello.
and welcome. Hey, your face is not working again.
Oh no, my face is not working. Damn it.
Your
Why did you
face is
put it like
gone.
that? Which is ironic considering what we did with your face for the intro.
Ah, I had fun.
Give me
That
my
was
bag.
very important. I wanted to have
Give me
fun.
back my bag.
Why is it not working? It was working
Oh,
like
it's
5
working.
minutes ago.
Oh,
It's working now?
that's it. Yeah,
Okay,
everything's
well,
better.
maybe I just need to keep the page open instead of minimized.
Probably.
Yep, that's it. Okay. Don't minimize Discord. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another
Hi.
stream.
Everyone's Hang on.
Yes, there's sharks next to me. That's fine. There's another one. I think there's one behind me as well.
You have a shot. Oh, right, legal one.
A tiny
Hi,
one.
everyone.
Here he is.
Oh,
Let me.
I know this one. It's hard to find nowadays. This one in particular.
It's only sharks now. Welcome to our only sharks.
To our only shark. Oh god, no. Please don't. Want to see hot fins in your region? In your area?
We need to make a game with sharks in it pretty soon. Probably not this one. Maybe there'll be
Yeah.
a shark, but probably not. We'll see. Depends on how
Yeah.
many modules and stuff we get done.
Someone said sharks are cool in chat, and I really agree. And I would usually scream it, but my throat hurts. I'm sick, so I'm not doing that. But know that the heart is in it.
Yes.
Sharks are cool. Okay.
Sharks are very cool. Anyway, what did I do this week? You were
Yay.
on holiday, which was good.
I was on holiday, but let's recontextualize. Hello, welcome to the stream. We make a game. What did
Yes.
we do on the game this week? It's week 3.
It's week 3 of games. Of making
Of
game
game
number 2.
Yeah, which is a little haunted train simulator tycoon thingy.
Yes. I didn't pull up
Maybe
the image, but
later.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I can just pull up a random image of a haunted house train. Here we go. Yeah.
That's fun, I think. That's what we're making. We're making a make your own little ghost train
Yes.
fair thingy truck thing. Words. Speaking is hard.
The game does not have a title yet, so if you have an idea for our little Ghost Train Tycoon game thing title, go ahead and tell us about it, and we'll credit you in the credits. Wow, today we are very good at speaking. This is very good.
Yay!
Yay!
That's nice.
It was a long week.
It was.
It's only Wednesday.
It's been decades, okay? This month has been long, like decades. The past 3 weeks I've felt
I've
like
been looking
years.
at this for like several days. All the module stuff and all the coding, and there's a lot of code in this damn thing. Everything is vaguely working and probably a little not optimized, but it works, and that's the main part.
Yeah.
It works.
It does work.
Which is good. So yeah, this week I did more coding, more menus. Last week we stopped at we had the basic game in it, and we didn't have any of these pretty menus that are empty right now because we haven't built anything yet. Well, not much yet, but we have this, so we can now make stuff. Spooky Express, Spectrail, Train to Scare. That's nice.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna note them down.
Let me just build a little track real quick. Nothing fascinating because, well, there's nothing to see yet. Oh yeah, so if you can see that, you can now go up and down as well, which will come in handy later. I'm not going to show you that because it looks real buggy right now.
Don't worry about the typo. Thank you, Guy. The ideas are fun.
Yeah, they're nice ideas.
And the Spooky Express is fun. It's a funny one. It's a funny one. Train to Scare is funny, but yeah.
We'll see.
Yep. We'll see.
Multi-leveled ride. Yeah, you can now go floor up twice and floor down once you've
Yay.
unlocked them. And you can build on here, and you can build on here, and you can then go down and build here again.
Yeah.
Yay.
And it checks whether you've completed the thing or not.
Yes,
Whether
if you don't do this, it
right.
says, oh, the check doesn't work anymore. If you've completed
no.
the track once, he says it's fine. I need to
Oops.
check that again. Anyway,
Oops.
let me start over. Let me see. Normally,
Okay.
if you say
No.
test track, it says, no, I can't. Nothing happens.
You can't
and
do
then
that.
you make a little track. You did turn right. Only turn right on this one. And then you test the track, and it says, yay, it works now. And then
Yay.
you can go for a little ride. And for now, nothing happens except something happens. Ooh, spooky.
This is great. I'm sorry, this is great. This is exactly what I had in mind when you said I made animations.
I
This is
made
exactly what I was thinking
one
of.
animation to see if the animation system worked, and that's exactly
does.
what you got. And yes,
That's exactly what I thought you would do.
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie,
Just
and I love it. I love
take
it.
the pink cone and make it do whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's
it works if you try it again. Oh, it doesn't work if you try it again. Oh, that's something to figure out for later.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, yeah, I didn't. The animations don't start at the beginning anymore. So if you ride the ride again, they're already done.
Oops.
Doesn't matter. It will be fine.
These things happen. Yeah. No, we'll find a solution.
I need to update the train positions as well, because if you ride again, the train sometimes starts from where you stopped it, which is kind of strange.
Oh no, that's not. Yeah,
no, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, no, you need to kill the train and then.
Yeah, I need to remove it and then put it back in. I don't know if I'm just gonna delete it totally and just respawn it whenever you put in the train. I think that's the easiest way, because now it's hidden. It's over there somewhere. Where is it? Over there. It's like behind.
Okay. Sure.
And because when I showed it, at first it was here, and I don't know why, but whenever I launched the game, it went back here, and you could see it when playing, and I didn't like that, so I just hid it for now.
I see.
We'll see. This entire open and closing bit is not done yet. I don't know what to do with it yet. It works, so for now that's good enough.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's the base of the game, so
yeah,
I think it works, and it works pretty quickly. Like, I mean, you've been at it for 2 weeks only.
Yeah,
and we already have most of the things we need.
Yeah, I've set up some systems for the different game modes. Right here, it's a build mode, a ride mode, open mode, and whenever the build mode is active, then a whole bunch of stuff will be active, and whenever the ride mode is active, that all that stuff will be deactivated so that you cannot mess with anything.
Please.
I hope. At least that's the plan.
Please.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. It took a while. This afternoon I did the different floors, and it basically made me redo most of the grid systems, and I had to rethink how it worked. Instead of making one big grid, I basically made 3 separate grids, one per level. But then I had to add that to the save system, because otherwise the modules would just get placed all on the ground floor.
Oops. Yeah.
And that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, so now it checks on which floor the module was saved, and then it puts it at the correct height.
Oh, okay.
And it works for now, so that's good.
Yeah, no. So far, I haven't crashed the thing. So.
Oh, I've had a couple crashes, but not too many. But that's normal when you're testing stuff out.
Yeah. No,
and I try to do a push on the GitHub and save the progress only when when nothing's broken right now.
Okay.
So I try to fix the problem or disable the function, so that you can
Yeah.
still try out what's in the game yet, instead of booting it up and not being able to try it out. That way you can still do stuff.
Nice.
Because
Yeah, cool.
I had the track testing system where it checks if the track is a closed loop. I had that deactivated for a long time because, well, otherwise you couldn't go for a ride because it didn't work.
Boo.
And now it works, but it seems to
Yay.
work every time, which is weird, but whatever. That's a future me problem. Problem for me
Yeah.
for next week.
Yeah. That would
Once
be
I'm
nice.
back from holiday.
Ooh.
It's my turn. My turn to go
We
away.
take turns. Yeah.
I'll be back
No,
next Wednesday.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah,
Please
fine.
take your time. Don't get back to work right away.
No,
I'm
it's fine.
feeling bad.
There's
feel
so
so
much to
bad about
do. I
this.
want to bake this game because I want to play it.
I know, me too. But,
It's fine.
please,
It's not a race.
I know. Please, don't work too much because I feel guilty now because I haven't
No.
worked in 2 weeks.
You've been away and you've been sick, so don't worry about it.
Yes, I know,
It's
but
fine.
still. I know. We said, yeah, no burnout, no pushing ourselves, taking care of ourselves and everything. But still,
It's not a race.
still,
We're not counting our hours. I tend to
I
work in
know.
the morning and take long breaks and take naps and stuff. I think I work about 4 hours on the game a day, or 4 to 5. Depends
I've
on.
worked like maybe 4 hours in the past 2 weeks
Yeah, but you were
in
on
total.
holiday.
Yes,
See?
but still,
I don't think I'm gonna get much work done this week.
please don't.
So it's fine.
Please don't get much work done.
I'll be showing the game to my nieces and stuff. Showing our first game as well.
That's
It's gonna
nice.
be fun. Go play Wherever You Hike if you haven't yet. It's available on
True.
itch now. Let me do the plug thing real quick. Where's my mouse? Here it is.
Or Canoe.
Canoe.
Reminder, you can play the first game. Well,
Yay.
most of you in chat already have it, or at least have it.
Yeah, I think so.
It's fine. It's always worth a reminder. But the first game is available
Yeah.
on itch.io.
So
But yeah,
let me show
I
real
haven't.
quick Oh, right now you can still place the down modules when you're on the ground floor. I need to figure that out too. That's another problem
right.
for future me. Up, floor up, module straight, and then you can make a little thing over here. And you can decide to go
Okay.
back down.
We need a way to symbolize. Oh no, it works actually. No, never mind.
It
Never
works
mind.
pretty well. The
That's
modules are
nothing.
not very precise and detailed because I didn't do any art or modeling. I just angled the straight track up and down so it clips and it looks terrible, but look at this. It works. You can go up now.
It works. It works? Question mark.
It works.
It works.
It's always a secret. It's still the same animation on every tile except on every
spooky.
straight tile. Look at this. It's a spooky
Spooky.
cone. Ooh. Not on this one.
Oh, not on this one. It's
No.
still spooky.
It's
Now
only
that we
on
know it
the right side. Yep. I will adjust the speed and stuff.
Actually, it seems pretty.
Yeah.
If we keep these demand dimensions, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Right
I
now.
think this speed is good.
Yeah.
I've tried it slower, but then I get bored. But that's also because nothing's happening.
Yeah, of course. But also, like with the animation you made even as a test, it feels like it shouldn't be much longer.
No, it's 5 seconds
module.
now. Each square takes 5 seconds to go through.
Ah.
Exactly
Okay.
5 seconds. Because the
5
speed is
seconds.
0.2 and one square is 1 unit long, so that's the speed.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I was trying to measure the thing and I was like, wait, I know the speed I'm going. I don't need to use a stopwatch or whatever, or use my phone and trying to measure the thing. I was like, no, I'm stupid.
Okay. Sure. Certainly. No, you're not, but
No.
okay.
I need to hide as well the modules on the second floor, because now if I put one here and I go down, you can see it.
You know what we need? What I'm seeing right now?
What are you
A
seeing?
clear everything button.
A clear everything button? You mean this one?
I can't read. I'm sick. Hang on, delete layout. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's save
now
la-
that makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, that's
That
true. That's also a
does.
thing that I did this week, because
Thank you.
you couldn't do that last week. So
No,
now you can
you couldn't do that before. That's why.
make a little
That's
thing
why.
and do save the layout, then delete the layout, and do whatever,
then
and be like, oh no, crap! I want to go back to the one I made, and then you
That's very
can
small.
go for a
It's
ride.
native.
Oh yeah, we already went for a ride. I need to fix that
Fair.
next time. This is problems for future me. And yeah, also the mouse is less jerky on the grid because I made the area bigger. So now it still detects the mouse even when you're outside of the grid, instead of just getting stuck and stopping when you went outside of the square. And I just constrained the marker thing so that it can only go in squares where there's nothing, or where there's the truck, basically. So it can only go in these 15 squares, and it cannot go beyond. But your mouse is still recorded, because before it didn't do that. So whenever you stopped your square here and went in the menu somewhere and went up here and tried to go back here, it jumped, and it was really weird. It didn't feel natural, and this feels a lot better.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it didn't. It felt like the game was hanging, and that your module got stuck and jumped to a new place.
Oops.
And
yeah,
like this,
okay.
it feels more natural. It doesn't feel jerky at all. It feels smoother, which is important. And I saw a way to fix it. I woke up one morning and I was like, oh, wait a second, I can do this. And then I did it and it worked. So that was nice. I like when plans come together. So yeah, that's basically it. It's a bunch of animation, a bunch of making coding and figuring out problems. There's still bugs, and I don't know what this bug means, and I need to figure it out.
Yeah.
This one is apparently something wrong with the thing that's called floor. I don't know why. It's the same as a built-in function. Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah, I named this the same as something else. Oh yeah.
Hey, live debug. Yay!
Oh, that's easy to fix. That's not a problem. I'm not gonna fix it now because we have other stuff to talk about. But,
do we? Do we really? Let's fix it.
Let me call this one floor something. No, I don't know. I don't know how do I want to name them. Floor for whatever. No, I'm gonna think about it and name it something useful, because this doesn't make I can't think right now because I need to speak at the same time.
That can be a problem, I understand.
Yeah, my brain shuts down whenever I need to explain stuff at the same time, and I don't want to do that right now. That's also why I haven't been streaming. I was thinking about streaming the coding parts and stuff, but it's basically just me sitting in silence, looking at the screen for a long time, and then typing stuff, and then it doesn't work, and then typing stuff, and it doesn't work. And if
you
I need
should
to
do it like an animal documentary. Like, here is the programmer in its natural habitat.
The lone programmer.
Here it is. Look, it is focusing very hard to hunt.
I'll do that next time I do I'll do a stream and you can narrate it. You can
I have no idea what you do when you code. That's the best part. I'm gonna make it up so bad.
That's gonna be fine.
Yay!
I'll put on some music and do whatever, just code stuff.
Exactly. That's I'll interact with the chat. Don't worry. I
Yeah,
will tell them only good things.
it's gonna be fine.
Only good things about what's happening. Please mute me when we do that.
You should probably show what you've been doing today.
Not much, but yes, sure. Hang on. Here it is. I have it. It's there.
Here we go.
Look, I'm making a skeleton. I shouldn't speak so loud. Hang on.
Don't scream.
Okay, all good.
Oh no,
I'm
they're
alive.
gone. Oh, back.
I'm
It's
alive.
a
I'm
skeleton.
alive. It's a skeleton.
So you decided
at them.
not to give it a spine, you said?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Trust me.
Mhm.
It would look okay, I bet.
Oh, sure.
Worst case scenario, I add the spine.
Of course.
But yeah. No, it's just like I'm thinking, I don't like the clavicles,
Yeah,
but they work. So
they work. I
probably
like the
gonna keep them
style.
for now.
I like his long face.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that looks good. And then I went like, nah, I want it longer.
Longer.
And I kept the jaw separate so that we can animate them.
Yeah. We were looking at ragdolls. There's a ragdoll system in Godot, and I want to use that because ragdolls are funny.
See it do
And
stupid.
I can imagine it still needs to be a fairground ride. I don't want it to be
Scary.
I don't want it to be scary, and I don't want it to be over the top fantastical. It needs to be plausible, not realistic, but plausible. Something that could actually be in a ride. I think.
Yeah.
Mostly, we might
Kind
go
of,
a little overboard at some points because we don't.
PS1 version of realism,
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be pretty fantastical in some spaces,
Mhm.
but not in a realistically horror way.
No, it's
we're
gonna
not
be
going to be horrifying or terrifying. We want to be kitsch and fun and spooky fun.
Yeah, and I want it still to look like animatronics, not like real skeletons or game
Yeah,
skeletons. So I'm really imagining that jerky movement, that the skeleton is attached on the ceiling or something with a wire, and it
Yeah.
jumps forward and stops all of a sudden, so the entire thing moves and swings with a sound effect or something.
Yeah,
And
for
maybe
sure.
the mouth will do a chattering or I don't know what.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
That could work. We'll see.
Or
Looks
attach
weird.
it, yeah, I don't know, by the feet or I don't know. Ragdolls is if we do ragdolls, we need to attach it from the top, otherwise it will just fall on the ground.
Yeah, definitely. Or we could have, a whole
Yeah,
thing holding them by the back.
like a spine.
Not that. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. So yes, we'll see. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Why are you so angry right now?
Because
You're-
of the spine thing. It hurts. Okay. Fair.
So yeah.
But anyway.
I like the style. I think this is a good style, a sort of cartoony, weird, like medieval on PlayStation 1 a little bit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Medieval, yeah. Medieval was not long. It was all squished, but sort of cartoony like that. Maybe we should look at that game a little bit to see if something sparks style.
I'm looking it up as we speak.
Medieval, not the remake,
Oh,
but the original one on PS1.
Oh god, yes. No, I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spooky, funny, weird fun.
Yeah, exactly. I like the
Visual.
style of that. I haven't played the game a lot. I think it's pretty bad, but that doesn't matter. I played the demo back in the day, and I remember it was quite frustrating. But whatever, it looks good.
It does. All right, I'm gonna switch back to the normal camera.
Yes, I'm gonna switch back to the right monitor. I'm gonna switch back to this.
Yeah.
Meh, 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 meh. Okay, enough of that.
Please stop. Please stop.
I love that goofy face. It looks exactly as I hoped.
Great. It looks great.
It looks like
terrible. but
PS1
great.
Hagrid.
PS1 Hagrid. Okay, that's what we're calling it now.
That was
okay.
that was my inspiration.
my.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
That was the inspiration. I was like, oh wait, I know how to do that.
This is the things that happen when I'm not there for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
Next time I'm leaving for a month.
if you leave for a month, I cannot guarantee that the game will just not ship with programmer art all over and be terrible.
I know. Just out of curiosity.
No.
No, show it again. They need to understand. They need to understand.
Another
what
thing,
happened.
this is a texture that I'm basically rotating around the model.
Yep.
But since I'm rotating it real fast, you cannot see that it's shifting. So that's one way I've tried of doing it. And another way I was thinking about is doing fade in and out, like in Forbidden Siren, the PS2 horror game, where they have faces. They've photographed faces of all the actors while doing motion capture. And instead of animating a face, they projected different expressions on the faces and they fade in out from one to another, and it looks real weird. I like it. And I was trying to figure out how to do that, and I think I thought of a way to do it. I haven't tried it yet, but if I get annoyed or bored in the train tomorrow or something, I might try that, because I think it's a little hacky, but I think it would work. And if you don't have like 15 different animations, it should be pretty easy to implement. Because this project, it's
like different pictures for each thing, or do I need to make a?
It's one picture per expression. That's why I took a couple pictures of my face, because that was the fastest to do.
So I can just do one texture per.
Yeah, you could. You do one normal face and then one scared face and one I don't know what face, and then it's done.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking because usually for the texture to be imported correctly, I would need to make them in Blender or some, well, kind of, and export them with the model, and then I can relink them and stuff.
Oh yeah, I understand.
I would need to make the whole, kind of the whole skull, and then and modify it on the texture itself.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So
I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at it in detail. This is just an image projected on a circle, on a sphere. So
I know, but yeah, we need to,
it needs to look better. I know.
Skull.
I know. It needs to look better.
It needs to look like a skull, kind of.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I wasn't thinking about the skeleton, because the skeleton has a removable jaw, so it's not for the skeleton. But I was thinking about ghosts and stuff. That's how they do it in the haunted house in Disneyland. They have.
I remember the projection. They do that in Europa Park too.
Yeah, they do the same thing.
Projecting faces that sing and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't look great in there. I think I don't like those as much as I like the old puppets and stuff.
Sure,
but
yeah, it does something.
Yeah, so, and it's funny. I think if we have that kind of animations, it could be funny.
Yeah,
and interesting. So we'll see. It will depend on what we create, some kind of models and what kind of scenes we want to.
If we really want to reference the haunted house, both the Disney attraction and movies, we can do that on the divination.
Oh yeah, the crystal ball thing.
We could do that.
Yeah, that's pretty doable. We could even do it
and have smoke inside.
Yeah, we could even have just a 2D sprite in there, and then we don't even have to create a model. We can just use pictures.
I like the deformation of the model.
Yeah, me too.
To be honest, that's what makes it spicy.
Look at that face.
Spicy fun.
I could just load up the model and show the animation in Godot.
Yeah.
I think it's still in there. I know it's still in there. Face test. There it is. Look at this
My
thing.
voice is getting worse.
So yeah,
My voice is getting so much worse as we
it
speak.
looks so
God
weird.
damn
I like it. And then you do this,
Oh,
and
yeah,
there
no,
is an
it really
animation,
with
and
that.
then you do not the reset, the other one, and then play, and it switches from the other one to the other.
Okay.
And what it does is
Like,
just
so
rotate the
weird.
the
Oh
sprite.
god, that's so good. Oh, that's both. No, that's horrible. But it works. But it's horrible when you
Yeah.
just look at it from a different angle. Oh god, that's no, stop it. No, okay, that's fine. Oh no, no.
He's
I
looking
hate it.
into your
I hate it.
soul.
No.
Hello, Ninan.
Hi, Annalene. This is what happens when I leave Seb to do things.
GoldenEye. Yeah, that's true. In GoldenEye, they had those weird deformed faces as well, and they were pictures of the actors as well.
Yeah, it's
It's
the
sort of
same
similar.
technique. You use a picture to wrap around a very low poly shape, and
Yeah.
it's like it kind of looks like a face, good enough for me. And you
It's
leave.
good enough with what they could do at the time, so
Just so.
yes.
No, many old games used techniques like that, and we're gonna probably do something like that, even with the skeleton for the eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like
it's
that. I like the texture mapping things.
Yeah.
Back when I used to do video a lot, I liked the idea of projecting mapping and stuff. I never had the opportunity to really go deep into it because, well, I moved on to sound and music and stuff. But I really liked playing around with cameras and having a projector and then showing stuff on walls and I don't know what. That was something I liked to do. So yeah, projector mapping is something I like it. It's fun. GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of GoldenEye. I really was thinking PS1 Hagrid and the Forbidden Siren faces.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of a few pictures that I gathered as references for
Yeah, it's also
where they do wrap,
Mm.
Texture around very low poly models.
yeah. In Ocarina of Time they have sprites, different sprites for the different expressions that are just flat images that are pasted onto the model.
Oh.
And so they have one for each eye and one for the mouth. Maybe even the one for the eye is duplicated, like it's mirrored.
Probably.
And they that way you can have blinking eyes without it costing huge amounts of processing power.
Yeah, I see. Okay, no, that makes sense.
And it works very well. I liked and it's a real vibe.
It is definitely. But okay, we'll see what we do with this very cursed new arcane magic that you found.
Ha 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 ha. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something like that, actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, having this or something similar to that, but slightly scarier.
Yeah.
Being huge suddenly in front of you and be like, oh, and then leaving. I mean, that's a module right there.
Yeah.
The sphere face, like that's it. That's how I'm calling it, the sphere face.
With the menus now, we can make up to 999 modules per folder, which is a lot. We won't have that many. But if we have too many, we can always make the folders bigger.
Yes.
It takes a couple lines of code to change, and then
let's make it clear that I am not creating 999
modules.
even if I had all the time in the world.
I don't have that many ideas.
Let's make this clear right now.
That
even if I had that many ideas, like I would get bored.
Yeah,
by
me
50, too. Like around, not even like even here, like by the 30th module, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Let's do something else. Let's move on to the next game. I'm done.
I'm adding one skeleton and that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's also why we're gonna make models, both of us. If we have like, I don't know, 50 models in the end of the game, it's pretty nice to start with. And we can also always decide to, if we have an idea, add a couple, and then later and be like, hey, there's a free update to our game,
Yeah, sure.
if we want to.
We can do that. The Valentine's update is gonna be great.
It's a big heart that turns black and bleeds.
Everything is it's the same, but everything is pink. That's it. That's it. And
That
we
should
call
be-
it Tunnel of Love instead of Ghost Train on the outside of the
Yeah.
Ghost Train, and that's it. That's it. The rest of it is just the same.
Okay,
Just
great. It works for me. I'm fine with that. That's an easy third game. We can go on holiday for 10 weeks.
Yay! Love can be terrifying. Yes, honey. Absolutely.
Hello.
Hey,
Keisha.
Keisha. Hello.
Indeed we do.
Welcome. But yeah, no, I mean, yes, we can always update the game to add modules if we have inspiration and we
Yeah.
just want an easy, little release time, 1 month or something. Or we just go like, you know what, we're revisiting that and just making more modules so you have
Exactly.
fun.
That's
I mean,
the point.
that works.
Let me do this.
999 skeletons. Yeah,
Exactly.
I got 999 problems, but the skeleton ain't one. Okay.
Let's go for another ride.
Let's go for a ride.
That way there's something to see on screen instead of just
Absolutely.
looking at code
Yeah.
or my horrifying face. Look out! Scary cone!
You're-
Oh no, scary
I know.
cone!
Scary code. No, but yeah, I love that because it really works. It really does work. We can make anything move in front of the
Yeah.
wagon, and it actually works.
Yeah, look
and
at this.
Make it
This
move.
is basically gonna be the game. It's just gonna be more interesting stuff to see.
More things and doors and
Oh yeah,
and
doors.
walls. But yeah, I got 9
Hey.
balloons, and all these skeletons won't have one. Indeed, they won't. But
Nope.
first of all, you're all assuming that I'm making multiple skeletons, and I don't know why. It's
No,
gonna be
no,
the same
It's gonna
skeleton
be
doing
this.
different
It's a
things,
skeleton.
okay?
Come on, the skeleton is the same for
One
everyone.
skeleton. You
You
cannot
can-
identify it. Don't believe people who tell you you can't even tell the gender
No.
from the skeleton. You cannot tell that accurately. Don't believe people who think you can.
And
Archaeologists are
we
are
can
very
always
clear.
take the same skeleton, copy it, and give it a cloak or something.
Yeah.
Oh, doors
a
are pretty easy if you use an animation player, especially in Godot.
No, scary code right now. Doors can be a headache, but in our case, they're gonna be just
They're fake. It's all
Fake,
fake. It's all
animated.
just a mesh. It's not a real thing. There's no collisions or anything. It's just an animation.
no interaction with it.
It's
So it's
just
just gonna be animation automated. So we're not gonna have as many problems as in many other games with doors.
Nope.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, there is an article called The Door Problem by Liz something. Hang on, I'm gonna find it. I think I have it in my favorites. Maybe, probably, I don't know.
I've tried to create a door in a game in one of the early prototypes I was trying out, and it kept flying away.
By Liz England. That's it. Hang on. I'm posting the article. The Door Problem is a very good article, actually, to explain how game design works. What is game design for video games?
I'm gonna
And
read this later.
Yeah, it's a very short thing. It tells you who does what in a video game, why there are so many different jobs, and what do they do regarding a door, for example. And and what kind of questions you ask when you want to make something that's in appearance as simple as a door. There are doors in the real world. They're pretty simple, right? But in a video game, adding a door is a huge series of questions.
Yes.
Is it a simple door? Does it move? Do we interact with it? Does it open? Does it close? Does it close after opening? How? How does it close? How does it work? Can it hurt you? Can it punch you? Can you punch it? What happens if you punch it? So And do you need a key to open it? And how do you know that you need a key? Can you guess? How is it told to you? Do you know where you can find the key? No. Do you know how the key is interacts with the door? And how do you know that? What's the size of the door? Is it important? Um, all these kind of questions. In appearance, adding a door to anything is simple. You're like, it's a door. No, it's not. This is a video game. Nothing is simple here, okay?
That's pretty much my everyday. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. 3 hours later, okay, I've done half of what I wanted to do, and it sort of works, but I don't know why it doesn't work completely as I thought. I need to figure stuff out, and then I need to add more stuff. I need to check for this and verify that this and that happens, and all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
That's not a problem. It's fine.
But to answer Juan in the chat saying, before next week you start with, well, doors are bugged now. Yeah, if doors are a problem, we don't put doors in.
There will be at
We
least.
do not need doors here, okay?
If there's not a door, it's gonna be a gate that lifts up.
Yeah, or just nothing. We just don't put lights in the next module and it feels like a dark hole or something, you know?
But you
Or a
know,
wall that disintegrates that just is erased and is black.
yeah,
You know,
it's just a black wall that you go through.
Exactly. We can cheat with this, and I have no remorse about doing this for this game because the doors aren't important.
The idea is to start off with trying to not cheat, and if we have to cheat, we'll just cheat mercilessly.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the goal. I'm already sure that the game that the truck we're basing the game on will be way bigger in the game than it would ever possibly be in the real world.
Already is. Like usually there is only like one row of rooms or two maximum.
I based this specific grid on the long video I showed you, and they have 3 rows. But
yeah, that's a very large one, a very fairly rare one. Usually
their thing is like real deep, and they have 3 rows of a grid. But since the modules their trains are very big, there's not a lot of space. You can basically put one little skeleton against a wall that's basically not moving very much, and one smoke effect or something, and that's it. And I don't want to do that. I wanted to, it's going to be
it's like you have a front row, like the front row that you have in light gray here.
Yeah.
Is part of one of the rows.
Yeah.
And then you have maybe 1 or 2 rows.
Yeah,
deep.
So basically the train just snakes around like this.
Floor. Usually you have 1 floor.
Yeah.
Like that, not 2. Or fairly rarely 2.
There's very big ones that have 2 or 3, but
fairly rarely, let's be honest. So yeah, we're still not in unrealistic terms, but let's be honest, we're pretty big for that kind of track, usually.
Yes, very big.
Sorry.
And we haven't decided on the final size yet. This is just basically a starter grid because I just needed a size. I don't know if it's going to be longer or fatter or whatever. I don't know. It's just it's a placeholder for now. It's still called grid test, and I'll make a real grid once we've decided on sizing a little bit more.
Well, maybe once we've made a few models and seen how long it takes us.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was waiting for. Once we start having modules and know a bit more about how it's going to look, we'll be able to start designing the outside of the truck and the entire third part of the game I haven't even looked at yet.
True.
That is a little scary. That I need to break down basically in little chunks to figure out what I need to do with it. Because I don't know, and I have no idea how to do any of that. But I've seen many tutorials about making economy systems and numbers go up and whatever. So
Yay.
it should be doable. It's a game.
Yeah.
If I break things down small enough, I can do anything. I've managed to do all this, so... And
Step
it
by
didn't
step.
take that long.
Oh, it's been 2 weeks and we already have a pretty solid base.
Yeah.
And if we never figure out the third part, it's fine.
Well, maybe
We
there
have a
won't be a
new
third
game.
part, and that's it.
Exactly. What we're really interested in is this,
Yeah.
creating the train and testing it, riding it, because that's the part we enjoy and we think it's fun. But, you know, if we figure it out, make the third part that is the tycoon part. But otherwise, we can just, you know, keep it that way.
Yes.
We can always revisit that later.
Yeah, we'll make
Also,
the tycoon
we're
part
gonna
later.
need to really start making modules.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking that
the next thing to figure out, I think.
I wanted to be done with the entire coding part
Mhm.
by the end of this month, and then spend pretty much the entire month of August just doing just making modules, as
Yeah,
many as
I agree.
possible, as weird as possible, and
Yeah.
making a very long list of stuff that we really want to put in the game, and and then just organizing them by order of priority. Like, I really want this one and this one, and then organizing them by priority, and just start building stuff.
Okay.
I think
makes
that's the correct way to do it. And then, like, saying, okay, I'm going to work on this module now, and add it to the Excel sheet, being like, okay, this one is made by me. I'm going to be doing this one. You're going to be doing that one, and that way we don't make the same one on accident. Like, hey, I made this one with the grand piano something, and you were like, oh crap, I just made a piano. We don't want to.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
We don't want to
No,
make
no,
the same
yeah,
thing
gonna
twice.
Be efficient about that.
Yes.
And communicate. Also, if I'm starting to make a piano, you're gonna hear me about it.
No, I want to make
Make
the
solve all pianos.
I want to make the piano myself.
Okay.
I
you
know
make the
what I
piano.
want to do with it. I want it to be a grand piano, and I wanted
Well
to
done.
have a scary animation like in Mario 64.
That's definitely a turning module. I can picture that.
Oh
we need
yeah,
to turn
because there's no
piano.
space.
Yeah. And also because if you make a grand piano, I want to go around it.
Oh, you want? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't even thought about modifying the track layout in every square. That's a good idea.
Or even without modifying it. I mean, just put it
Yeah. We'll see.
at the right place and the right dimensions, and that should work.
Yeah, we might. I was thinking about maybe moving the track a little bit over to one side, and then angle the train a little bit, so that you are always looking in one at one side, so that we have more space instead of having the track in the middle.
I mean, yeah, probably putting the track on one side by default, it could be fun.
Yeah.
But also, could we think about modifying the track layout on the module as long as it goes from point A to point B?
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
So it's just there's if you look at the module, there's not a lot of space. Let me just open one up.
Yeah, no, of course, I don't want a lot of space because otherwise we're gonna go with crazy ideas and we do not have the time.
Because look at this, there's a path. The path is just it's doing this, but you could add a point somewhere. Let me do that real quick.
Oh, it's a path.
It's a path.
That's so easy then.
So you can just add a point and say, yeah, well, I want to add a thing.
Yes.
So you can just modify this one and be like, okay, I'm gonna put this one over here. And then now the track is different. You just need to make sure that the in point and out point are at the correct spots. But you could completely make a loop and add a point and do whatever in everything.
That's nice. We'll test that at some point.
Yeah. Because
sure.
the squares are real small. I'm still thinking about maybe going back to 10 by 10, but I quite like it small. Because I like what I like about the animation right now is the turning animation. I like that it's not smooth. It's not a smooth curve because the resolution is real small. If you look at this, it's like tuck, 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 tuck. It's a little
Yeah.
bit.
I see what you mean.
It's not a lot, but it really feels like being on a ride. Like it's
Yeah,
a
it
real
feels very mechanical.
real mechanical. And when it was bigger, I made it real smooth, and it felt almost like gliding, and that was less fun.
No? Okay, fair.
It's still
Honestly,
possible to make it bigger and jerkier, but then
way
it becomes an intention instead of a happy accident.
Yeah,
Which is of course possible, but yeah,
it's fine. Oh, sorry, my voice is disappearing, so
no
I think I'm
problem.
gonna-
You've been talking a lot.
Yeah, happens.
So yes, there's a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff and a lot of questions still, but we're getting there, and the game doesn't look like anything, but it's playable now, which is good. It has the two of the three main bits are in, and we can now start building modules. And I think I don't need to modify the templates anymore. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. And I've added some functions with to hide and to show here. So basically, if you want to hide something from the build menu that you want to be in the module, you put it into show. And if you want to, this is the arrows. So these are to hide when you're riding. So basically, when you're riding, the module looks like this. And when you're building, the module looks like this, and this would be hidden. So basically, if I decided to put the cone in here, when you're building, you couldn't see the cone anymore. I don't know if it will be useful, but it seemed like a good option to have, especially like for walls and doors.
Yeah, I think you're right. Could be useful.
So because now if you put them in this one into show, you can hide the doors when you're building. That way it doesn't get in the way of what you're seeing. And when you get back, it's getting and when you start to ride, then you'll be able to see all the doors and the walls and the stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes
Honestly,
sense.
that sounds useful, to be honest.
Yeah,
Especially
I thought it would be
because-
useful. So and it didn't. It was.
You
It's
don't want to have to fight with the doors while I'm animating with things.
yeah.
So,
We'll
yeah.
see how the animation will be something. We'll see. I don't know. Every module has an animation player and a play
Ooh,
that is the correct length.
ooh.
So it is the correct length. So you can basically just start doing stuff.
I add things and I do that, and you do that, but no longer. Cool. Yeah.
So the animation
You know
player
what?
exists. You just need to get to the play animation and start modifying it. And then whenever you want to start testing stuff, you just place your module in the game. It will immediately work because the menus are done, and they will
Is it?
generate automatically.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So normally it should be pretty straightforward to add modules, which was a big part. Since we want to make a lot, it needs to be streamlined.
Indeed. No, you did very well on that. Really,
And
really found ways
it
to
took
make
quite a
sure
bit
that-
of time to figure that out because it's a lot of thinking about how it's going to be used. And I like that part of game dev.
Yeah,
I didn't think I would, but I do.
Yeah, that's a good surprise, honestly. Yeah, not everyone likes doing tools and thinking of usability of the code and stuff.
It's important to understand what's going on. That's also why I always write the code and I put important notes everywhere. I basically write down what every bit of code does. Also because I forget all the time, and I keep.
That's what I was about to say. That's mostly because in 3 weeks we both have forgotten everything we've
Yeah,
done so
towards
far.
the end of Wherever You Like, I was getting lost all the time in all the little code bits and all the little things we added, and stuff that was tacked on in random places because it started to become a little unwieldy.
Yeah, and a little, you know.
And this will happen with this game too, but I hope a little less.
Probably a little less. At least I think the mess will be concentrated in other parts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mess of animations with the modules there. So every time something will seem wrong, we're gonna have such a hard time correcting tiny timings and stuff.
I think that since the modules are all their own little block, that helps a lot with figuring out what's going on.
At the same time, imagine I reuse a thing, an asset from another module that I modify for the main module I had used in it.
Oh yeah, if you don't make it unique, it will.
These kind of things.
Yeah, that's true. If you make it, if you don't make it unique, it will mess up.
Yeah, exactly, and stuff like that is going to happen because we're both gonna just churn at the module things, the modules in general, for a while.
Yeah.
So quite sure all these little things are gonna be super messy, but fun.
It's going to be interesting. And if it's a little janky, that's fine. I like it. I like it janky. That's also part of the game a little bit. That's why it's a little not buggy because it needs to work and needs to be okay, but it needs to. If it's a little janky and a little janky, a little jerky, a little movements with little visual glitches here and there, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I try not to be a perfectionist anymore. I haven't been one for a while. That's good.
Sure.
That's what Celine, the singer of my band, says all the time. You're not a perfectionist anymore, and that's very annoying.
Oops.
Because I'm done with a song about a couple versions before she's done with it. So I need to push myself, and she's like, okay, no, you need to change this. I'm like, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna hear that, Yeah, but I can hear it. Okay, fine.
I can hear it. Yes, and that's the worst part. But yeah, no, it's the same with games. It's the same with Star games. I'm gonna be like, every time like we're gonna be near finishing a project, I'm gonna have to hold you back by the jacket, by the.
Yep, I'm gonna be done 1 week early.
Not you, and be like, no, you stay, you sit, you do the thing.
Stop.
Finish that first.
It's not time for the new game yet. Stop.
Yeah.
Finish the first game first.
Absolutely.
That's completely what happened the last time.
Absolutely.
Because when we start to get to the polishing phase, the work is less fun, and my mind starts to wander about what's next, and then it goes overboard.
Definitely. Yep, it did. But it was fun. I knew that was gonna happen.
Of course, I also knew that was gonna happen.
We're used to that. That's fun. That's all fun games. Just like I always take time starting, really getting into the groove of a new project. So we all have our times and stuff.
Yeah, I'm always more efficient at the beginning.
Yeah.
When there's nothing there, it's easy to just start doing stuff and figure it out. And I like that part, the part where you're figuring stuff out and trying things and being like, okay, no, that doesn't work. Let's try something else.
I have the opposite. I have the writer's block, when you're in front of a blank page and you have all the ideas, and as soon as you sit down to write, it just doesn't come.
Yeah, that's the first draft problem. I don't have a problem with starting stuff, so I just start throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. And after a while, you just refine it, and it starts to look like something.
Yeah, I know. But once we've settled on a project, it's easy for me to throw ideas for a project and stuff. It's just once it gets concrete and like it becomes something actual that I have to do.
Yeah.
That's when that the writer's block hits. Where I'm like,
nope.
Where do I start even?
With that? It's like, nope, I'm done now.
Yeah, that's it. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, which is why I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. So okay,
That's
great. We made a full
figured it
plan of
out.
this game. Look at that
Bye.
game. Okay, done. Let's make a new plan.
Exactly. I figured it out. That's fine for me. Let's go. Do something else now.
Yeah, this is gonna work like this, like that, like that. Look at it. Okay, done. Nice. We
Bye.
solved all the problems. Perfect. Move on.
Next.
That's why you're a game designer.
Absolutely. I solve the problems.
All the
And then I'm
technical
done.
issues and stuff, that's a problem for someone else.
That's not my problem. I tell them how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And if they tell me that's impossible, I say, okay, then hear it how it's gonna be instead. It works. That works very well.
So far, I don't think there's many things that are completely impossible. We need to manage expectations, of course. I'm not gonna be building an open world whatever, or a multiplayer something or other pretty soon. Even though it seems attainable,
Kind of.
we'll see. I'm not gonna be making Skyrim.
We're not gonna be making Skyrim, definitely. No, when we're not.
But well, I'd like to make something bigger and something ambitious at some point. But I like the small games, and I know that even if I start working on a huge thing at some point, I will
Mhm.
still want to take breaks and make sure small things in between,
Yeah, definitely.
because I don't have the attention span.
Yeah, same.
I've started working on a new album already on the side.
Oh,
I was like,
la.
okay, I'm not allowed to work on Godot in the weekends. I need to take breaks. Let's make a new album.
Yeah, breaks. I see.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
It's not
Mhm.
work if it's not game dev, I think. Maybe.
Mhm.
It's making
Mhm.
music. Making music is
Mhm.
fun.
Mhm.
So we'll see. It's gonna take a couple years as ever. It's a
Okay,
S-Rivers album that always takes 2 to 3 years
sure.
because we're slow. Way
Yeah.
too slow for the music industry.
Well, no, not that bad. Honestly.
Well, way
Yeah.
too slow for an indie musician at least.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Especially because you don't release, many individual musics.
No, it's 6 songs every 3 years.
Yeah,
People
so
forget,
they do.
which is fine. I don't
It's
care. It's for
so
me mostly.
yeah, no, that's fine.
And for and that's why I'm also gonna put my music in every game.
Absolutely.
That way,
I mean,
more
we
people
have
and
it.
more people can listen to my music, and then
Do
they'll
we
be
have
like, "Hey, did he make other stuff? That music is great. Let me go listen on Spotify."
Yeah, that could happen
That's the
one day,
goal.
maybe.
Yeah,
If we reach enough people one day.
yeah. That's the goal. Reach more and more people, be able to pay the rent, and continue making more games.
Yay!
It seems
Just
like a
want to
small goal, an
little
attainable goal.
weird games. Just want to make little weird games.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Yes.
tweet.
I think that's it for this week, guys.
Yeah.
I can hear your voice going away.
Yeah, no, I have to force it real bad to have a normal conversation right now. It hurts.
Yeah, we need to stop. You need to go drink some tea or something.
Yeah, probably.
And drink water and I don't know, take a break and not speak for a bit.
Yeah, for a few hours. But yeah, no, I'm making a skeleton and it will be done by next stream, that's for sure.
Yes.
Not sure how good it will look, but it will be done.
It's the first model. It's important.
Yeah. And I'll start looking into other things I can produce in the meantime.
Yeah.
Depending on how well I heal and the energy that I get back after healing, because I don't have much of it for now. I sleep a lot.
Yeah.
Because I had a terrible fever the past 3 days, so it wasn't very productive. But I'm better now, so hopefully the next 2 days I can finish healing and do a few things.
Yeah, take your time. I'm gonna be off, and I won't be working a lot, which is fine.
Please don't.
Which
Please
is good.
Do not.
It's good to
do
take
not.
breaks, and then I'll come back and be like, "Oh, I've forgotten everything. I don't know anything, any line of code anymore." But that's fine. Anyway, I think that's it for this week. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Go play our first game. Talk to all your friends about our first game and about what we're doing. Tell them to subscribe to our channels and stuff. And come by on Twitch next week for another stream.
Same place, same time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We go back to... Where's my face? Where's my face?
That's the weirdest outro we've made so far.
Here we go. Back to this one. Goodbye, everyone.
Good evening.
Where the anxious thoughts are beating, where the stormy clouds reside, where the frozen souls, where the rolling hills are hiding, where the sundering crash denies. We are all just wondering, endlessly wondering, endlessly wondering, dreaming without dreaming, feeling without feeling, drifting without drifting, without drifting, without drifting, without. Where the winds are always blowing, where the sand gets in your eyes, where broken minds collide. The tears in my eyes blink the horizon away. Everything seems far away, so far away. Dreaming without dreaming, feeling without feeling, drifting without drifting, without drifting, without drifting, without. Through the never-ending wasteland, frozen, barren, blistering. Through the ever-barren wasteland.
And still the wanderer